Oh hey, welcome to another glorious episode of Exit the Norm. I'll be your host, Jeff, and here we have our hostess, not Jeff, and we've even brought someone else for you. Here's little Igor.
Yes.
So today we're at Madam Sherri's forest in Chesterfield, New Hampshire, and we came here to check out what's left of a mansion that was built by none other than Madam Sherri.
So you're cordially invited to hit that like button. Make sure you do share and subscribe.
All right, let's go check it out. There are a number of old stone structures scattered all over New England, but none of them have piqued our interest more than the ruins of Madame Sherri's castle. Tucked away in the middle of the woods here in Chesterfield, New Hampshire, the ruins are all that is left of an elaborate mansion built by a fascinating woman. Madame Sherri was born in Paris, France in 1878, but she didn't go by Madame Sherri yet. In fact, her real name was Antoinette. She wouldn't change her name to Madame Sherri until many years later after she moved to the US. It was in Paris that she learned to sew and also to dance. She danced in some of the hottest clubs in Paris and eventually met her future husband in one, André Riella, also known as Anthony Macaluso. The two moved to the US in 1911 and settled in New York. In New York, Antoinette and Riella found success on Broadway after they opened a costume shop and designed a number of costumes for various plays, including the famously successful Ziegfeld Follies. It was then that they employed a struggling artist, Charles Lemaire, as their assistant. Lemaire would later go on to become an Academy Award-winning costume designer, and he never forgot how Sherri helped him achieve this success. In 1916, Antoinette thought that she needed a flashier name, so she changed her name to André Sherri. She based this name off of Otto Auerbach's play, Madame Sherri. The madam and her husband were highly successful for a number of years until her husband died in 1924 after going blind and insane from syphilis. In 1929, Sherri decided to visit one of her friends who had a house here in New Hampshire. She immediately fell in love with the state and ended up purchasing 600 acres of land in Chesterfield with financial help from Charles Lemaire. She lived in a small farmhouse on the property, but found it lacking the amenities of New York, so she set her sights on building a party house. She hired a group of local builders and set to work on her vision. With no blueprints, the builders became frustrated with Sherri as she placed stakes around the property explaining how she wanted the castle to look. Eventually the castle was finished, and it was certainly a sight to see. Towering 3 stories, it contained the Madame's private quarters on the 3rd floor, only accessible by the exterior stone stairs. The main floor had a bar with a fireplace, animal skins all over, giant furniture, just elaborate furnishings everywhere. The basement was a little bistro with little tables, and there were even trees growing up through the house. It was definitely a unique building. She hosted wild parties at the house for her friends from the city. Some of them lasted days. She gained quite the reputation around Chesterfield, and rumors began to pop up about her. One includes her house being used as a brothel, and she was the madam. Another involved her driving around town in her Packard, wearing only her fur coat and nothing underneath. And the most interesting one that we found was that her house was a safe house for high-profile mafia members. Sadly, after World War II, things went downhill. The money from Lemaire ran out, and she could not find a way to make money for herself. She hoped that the house would become a nightclub, but that never happened. In 1959, the house was vandalized, and Sherri was devastated. Then on October 20th, 1962, the house burned down. Madame Sherri ended up in a nursing home in Vermont and died without a cent to her name on October 20th, 1965. Anne Stokes purchased the property on the same day that Sherri died and kept it alive by holding performances in the ruins of the castle. She eventually turned the property over to the New Hampshire Society for the Preservation of Forests, where it remains protected to this day. So the castle is a little too busy right now. So we decided to come up behind the castle and check out some of the trails back here. So we'll see where this one goes and if we find anything cool along the way. All right, so we're pretty much behind the castle now. Probably like 100, 150 yards possibly. And we found this thing. I don't know. Probably just collecting water. There's a little pipe on it. Yeah, looks pretty deep too.
That's what she said.
Jump in there.
There's frogs in there.
There's what?
There's froggies.
There's frogs.
Yeah. Over there. On that rock.
Alright, so we just saw this thing. Kind of caught our eyes. Caught our attention a little bit. So we're gonna go check it out. Who knows? This is bringing us back to the Hooks at Pinnacle video. Alright, where we found some nice little forts to live in. Here's another one. Sturdy construction, looks like. Missing a wall though on this side. Ooh, creepy. It definitely gives off some of that like Blair Witch vibe. Thanks for joining us here on this royal episode of Exit the Norm.
If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button and let us know, would you party with Madam Sherri?
Hopefully you learned something. See you later. Hoot!